Yes, sir.
Starting, this is the first one of 2023.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Thank y'all for a great year, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
It's our year. It's our year.
Right, and we have two guests today. These are from my family, my cousin, and my mother.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
You can go down with names.
Stacy, Glenda,
Nelson Armani, know the name, remember the face.
Jared.
And Noah, been a while, guys. What's up?
And when it's Eda and we back.
Big shout out in the building.
Yes, sir.
You big boy.
Say
Jamin.
Margaret.
Ted.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yes,
We
sir.
back, man. We back.
Okay, who wants to start with the first question?
I got one, bro. I got one.
Okay.
Why do y'all think guys never tell girls what's really wrong with them, bro?
Because girls can't handle it. Girls cannot handle the truth, bro.
They can never handle the truth. They say. No.
Ooh, hold on.
Different
Look.
conversation.
I got you. So it's kind of like wrapped around parenting. You feel me? And no offense to y'all.
not saying.
No offense to y'all. All right, but like some of us like have been trained to like just hold everything in. You feel me? Like especially us being
Men.
urban kids, men. We been
Black.
trained. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Cut that out.
My bad. I'm sorry. No, but we've definitely been trained to hold everything in, and it feels kind of uncomfortable to let that out.
Yeah.
So then that's not on the women, that's on y'all.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's not the woman's issue that you feel like you can't express yourself to your partner, to your mate, to another person.
Right.
That's something that you have to deal with. That's something that you have to work on.
Yes, ma'am.
Women, you ain't gotta say yes. Women
I got
are
that.
open to hear the truth. Women would rather you tell them the truth and be disappointed or upset than to be lied to. No woman ever wants to be lied to.
Right.
Oh,
We
that's
can handle
Keep
the
it
truth.
Women,
I will
We-
say this.
not little girls.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
never
women.
have to lie to a woman.
Women.
If she likes you enough, she will lie to herself. She will ignore
That's
all
right.
the red flags. She
That's
will
right.
rock and roll with you. She will do whatever she
That's
needs
right.
to do
That's
and hold
big
you up in a
facts.
high regard. You never have to lie. So when it all hits the fan, you can say, hey, look, I ain't lied to you. I told you what it was from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
But if she don't like you enough, she out.
Right.
That's right.
That's true.
Keyword women, not
Women.
little
Yeah,
girls.
not little girls.
Yeah.
Women.
Because a lot of
Yeah, we can't tell you about little girls. We don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big girl
But
status.
they lie to themselves. they lie to themselves.
They lie to themselves.
How they lie to themselves?
How do girls lie to themselves?
They lie to themselves about relationships, about what kind of connection they have with the guys. They're lying to themselves because a lot of times they know he's not really into me. He's not really invested.
Okay.
I'm just a convenience.
Yeah,
They
girls
know
are.
that, but they don't want to say that. No one wants to admit that.
Y'all girls be delusional out here. That is crazy.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that is crazy.
Lying to yourself.
Okay. Do you think today's lack of R&B contributes to women being more masculine today?
No.
No, not really.
If it did, it'd be like a really small smidge.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that though.
I think the type of music, I
This
think
generation-
today's music is a lot different from the music that we
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huge
So-
difference.
I
So
like
the
that
message
music,
is different. What we heard, like music is the soundtrack to your life. Like there are certain songs that'll come on and you can think about, I went to the party with this one, this is with the prom or my wedding or whatever.
Right.
Today, I don't know how you connect life events with some of the music that y'all listen to.
I feel like music nowadays is like
That's what Rod Wave said.
like back in the day, like in the 90s, music was more like storyline built. Like you had like it was a process.
Yeah.
Now everything's just straightforward. Just straight to
And everyone
it.
does the same thing. They all talk about the same thing.
And I think
But I've been music for years though. But
It's more
Well,
automatic, I
six
think, because people make albums
It's what
probably
drugs.
every 6 months. There's like no time to it.
Yeah.
It's just
And it's way easier to access them back in the
And
day.
then you got them people that be waiting like 2 or 3 years just to drop one album for real.
Oh yeah.
Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
He's still looking the same way, you know.
Man, what Rihanna dropping that banger, man?
Yeah,
I need some,
bro,
I need some Rihanna, right? I'm still listening to Umbrella, like she
Jeez.
she playing games.
I asked this question last episode, but most people weren't here. If the world didn't have women in it, what would the world be right now?
Very
It'd be
depressed.
corrupt.
Nah,
Depressed.
niggas be fighting every day.
Y'all school levels would be high, bro.
If all y'all girls never existed, we would
It'd be
always be.
straight depression,
It'd be
anger,
fighting. It'd be
gun violence,
wars.
robbery,
I swear,
It'd be
bro,
wars.
bro, I swear to you, it would not be anarchy, bro. It would be.
I don't think it
Bro,
would be as bad as people make it seem.
Bro,
Like,
think about it.
Bro.
Think about it,
Oh,
though.
he said peaceful.
It would not be peaceful.
think like we gonna argue about his sports
A world.
and
I know
sports,
one
bro,
thing.
and gambling. That's it.
What
I know
you
one
gonna
thing.
do?
Well, no one thing. No one gonna be straight anyway. Yeah.
Alright.
That's what we call it.
Wait,
I'm like,
Hold on.
So how?
I had just told Stacy that men are sexually attracted, heterosexual men
There you go.
are sexually attracted to women,
Mhm.
but they are emotionally attracted to men.
Oh.
I think men would be fine. I think that they would get along. Men don't hold other men accountable. They allow them to do things that they wouldn't accept for themselves. They don't say, hey man, why do you even pay your child support? Hey man, why are you treating this girl wrong? They don't,
Listen,
they don't,
listen.
wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry.
They don't do that to the degree where men are stepping up and saying, "Oh, I should not be doing this because my friends are not going to hang out with me."
Right.
My friends will say, "Man, fuck that bitch."
Mm.
You know, that's how men. And you know, this is generalization, and I'm not, you know, calling out anybody in this room. Of course, I don't know you gentlemen, but from my life and living, that's what I see. I see men will hang out with guys that they know are doing wrong, treating their mother wrong, doing wrong in the house, bringing drugs into the house.
You can't treat
They know
women,
they
bro.
doing
That's crazy.
stuff that's not right, but they're like, "Oh, that's my boy." Instead of saying, "Man, you garbage," stop this shit. It don't make sense. So I think that the world will be empty, but I think y'all will be fine.
I think it'd only be fine
think
for like
we'll
a
be-
good
Nah,
few
nah,
years.
I'm just saying. I feel like women stopped a lot of fights and a lot of wars.
You said start.
Stopped.
No, they start.
Stop.
No, they stopped.
You showing
Bro,
people on Facebook.
I'm pretty sure man was like, man,
Every
no,
fight.
listen. Look, I'm pretty sure it was a nigga like, man, I'm gonna blow this whole planet up. You feel me? And the woman's like, no, don't do that, baby. Like, you
Bro.
right, man. You right. Think about it.
Bro, Vladimir Putin is not thinking about no women right now, bro. Like,
Genghis Khan was.
and think about it, bro. Like 9 times out of 10, every argument, every fight, it involves a woman, dog. Like,
Very true.
I
Very
mean,
true.
I wouldn't say
I
that.
wouldn't say
That-
that.
yeah,
That's
like
Nah, bro.
But I,
Woman plays
I,
a role.
I believe this: all men's success is fueled by women.
By women.
Yes.
yeah,
I believe that.
yeah.
money and women.
Yes.
That-
No, if there was
nothing.
if there was no women, I don't think men would even want to do
Yeah,
anything.
facts. Like, what else?
Yeah.
What else you look good for? You
To
Where
validate.
I'm getting money.
I mean, we get money to validate. Men make money to validate themselves for women. So
Very true.
Bro,
I think so.
yo, I guarantee you, if there were no women and dudes just had their game systems,
We'll be on the game. We'll be on the game.
Every
No
day.
one gonna be on FaceTime no more.
they
I can't even FaceTime my girl no more.
Bro, hop on the game.
No, bro. After
16
after
hours
6
straight.
months, bro, it's gonna get so depressing, bro. I'm not lying, bro. You come
It's
home
like, yo,
and
hop on
spend
the
it-
game. Nah, I gotta be on the phone with my girl. Oh, wait, never mind.
And
Yeah.
there's no home cooking meal,
Ain't no
nobody to
cooking.
FaceTime, bro. Nobody to go on the phone with, bro.
Microwave.
The only person that's gonna be good is Rod Wave with all these songs, bro. That's the only one, bro.
he not gonna be heartbroken.
The music gonna be meaningless. Like, I can't even listen to this man no
It's gonna be
more.
all young boys.
I got one.
I'm fine.
Which era was more dangerous for rappers? 90s era or today's era?
Hey.
Nah, I lied.
Wait,
Nah,
dangerous
90s, no.
is starting in the
90s, yeah.
Nah,
But yo,
In the
but
90s, I
timing
think.
now was crazy, bro.
I feel like now the niggas die from killing
I
themselves.
think in the
from drugs.
90s it was more like gangster
Yeah,
rap.
what,
Just
now?
more-
Yeah, niggas die more from drugs now than back.
Yeah, because what's the name? Big Scar.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
OD,
Like rappers
yeah,
and stuff?
OD. Like what? I think it was like 3 weeks.
Think
ago.
about
thinking
it.
it was
But don't you think the
late
beef
90s.
back then was more serious than it was?
Nah, that
No,
was.
No, yeah,
I was.
I'm talking about back then.
The
Yeah,
beef
beef
now,
back then.
bro, that's
Yeah,
Cause I feel like the
straight
beef
internet.
today is just for hype. Like I don't even know.
If you was an East Coast rapper, you went to the West, bro, you was really niggas was looking for.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
But now you got a bunch of like little organizations here, there, and everywhere,
Bro,
bro.
everybody,
Basically, like,
all the
yeah.
rappers nowadays are just drug addicts, bro.
and they just get caught up. They
Basically,
go to
bunch of,
jail
like
and
internet
stuff.
stuff. You know,
Just
internet
junkies.
beef. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
It was like way easier to get away with stuff back in the day compared to like.
Yeah, everything's for the internet.
Whoa.
I don't know, it's easy now too, cause niggas be putting
Yeah,
their
that
location
too,
and
but-
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's
Oh
easy
wait, easy to like get someone
get away.
gone or like easy?
now.
Like no,
Don't self-incriminate yourself.
Yeah.
chilling.
This is not real. This
Let
is
me
all
ask a
cap.
question. When you say East Coast rap, and East Coast and West Coast, are you just talking about two people? Because I don't remember any other people, any other beefs that was serious enough that caused death, but two people. So today, they're dropping like flies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So
Rappers are literal targets nowadays.
right. So I'm saying like I'm thinking in the 90s it was more of a balance
Mhm.
of different kinds of rap. Now it's saturated with one particular type. With I don't know what it is, but I do know that a lot of rappers that I've never heard of are dying almost weekly, if not at least 2 or 3 a month.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So I only remember from the 90s 2 people being killed. They died, but the others were, these 2 were killed, which was a big deal. So I think back then it was more of a balance. Now it's not. It's saturated with one type. And that goes for both the men and the women.
Oh yeah.
I feel as though back then threats were more serious than today.
Yeah.
Well, the men were more serious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're
And
different.
men they didn't have to shoot you. If they had a problem with you, they were going to let you know they had a problem with you.
yeah.
And
And it didn't have to result in gun violence. It was, hey man, come in. Let me
Yeah.
holler at you.
Yeah.
And it was going to be what it was
Talk
going
to
to
you
be.
real quick.
Yeah, let me come out here and talk
Let
to
me
you.
talk to you.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And you handled what you had to do, and it was over.
Right.
Nobody heard about it anymore.
Right.
No.
But now, today,
you got
I hate to say this because you all are young
This
men.
generation's too soft.
They are
They
soft
soft.
as
Yeah,
a
too
twinkie
soft.
feeling. I don't understand. Everybody
That's
is
why they're killing everybody, because their name and their word means nothing.
These
There are
dudes-
men that could come into this room and say, "Hey, look, come here, let me talk to you for a minute," and
Aren't
that's
you
it.
one of
And
us?
that's it. You like,
Like you just agreeing. You're not debating. You're not arguing. You're just agreeing.
I don't understand.
But you're one of us.
I'm right though. That's
It's real though.
Yeah, but I want to hear at least a little argument.
Yeah, he
People
like-
will speak. You just agreeing.
It's like Jackson.
Nah, it is true
So,
though. But it's
so,
true though.
so think about this.
Uh-huh.
If you look at, let's say you have a man who is in his between 40 and 50 years old. You look at how he dresses.
Right.
Then you look at someone in their 20s to 30s,
Right.
and you look at how they dress. There's a huge difference.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And let me tell you some of the things that I see as a woman looking at men. The skinny jeans, the purses, man bags, the selfies.
Skinny jeans.
Yo, chill.
It's very
Feminine.
feminine.
it's a
It has a
Don't you have a
feminine
man
flavor
person?
to it.
Yeah.
Wisdom. You can have a fitted
it's a crossbody
suit.
bag.
It's a puppy ball.
It's a purse.
It's a cross body bag.
Let me say this. If I could pick it up and somebody would be like, "Oh, your purse is nice," it's a purse. It's a purse. It's okay.
No, but you got a question with him.
So,
But they have in the
so
men's
men
section.
in my
That's by design.
that's by
You
design.
have to think
That's
in
by
different ways. It's by
design.
design.
They want you to be, and especially with black men, I think it is by design that they want you to be a bit more feminine.
So
They don't want black men to reach
be-
their full potential.
right. So
They want to, and they start at your age because they can mold y'all into the feminine characters they want you to be.
Especially like in the music industry.
Oh,
There's a bunch
yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
Yes,
How to
that's
dress
what
and
they
shit.
want. Because if you all were really in your full masculine energy, y'all would be untouchable.
Right.
And they don't want that. They want to be able to control you. They control you with what you eat, what you look at, how you dress, everything. It is by design. It's not just, oh, this is the new thing. No.
Yeah, so, they're quick to be like, oh, this image will suit you just because of that. Off of their page.
You're not gonna catch nobody my age in those skinny jeans with his pants hanging off his ass.
Right.
And especially since we know that when you have your pants hanging off your ass, what that means, what that indicates. And then you know what it indicates. You know how it came about, but then they still do it. Because it's like, the rappers do it and little this and whoever this and black this one and whoever. They're doing it.
Question. So is this like generation just like they are too moldable?
Are you now part of me? You're now playing Hoochie song? No, because that's what I'm getting that energy right
like,
now.
So like I would say like
I wouldn't say that. I think you can be easily influenced.
Mm-hmm.
That's
because there's so many outside sources. Like before, we were influenced by the people in our household,
right?
People in our communities,
right.
Our teachers. We had different people to look up to. Even with some of our celebrities or singers, or it was a different. Even some of our gay singers, you still had to admire them because they still had that masculine energy. I mean, Luther Vandross, he was probably dead. See, that's what I'm saying. But that's my point. That's exactly my point. Man, what's the little boy who sings the Roadhouse whatever song? If somebody says, "Oh, is he gay?" No, that wouldn't even be a thing.
Right.
But in our era, we knew Luther was, doing his own thing.
I didn't even know that.
Exactly, and that's how it's supposed to be. People can love who they want, be with who they want, do whatever they want.
Right.
If I have a husband or a man, my bedroom life shouldn't be displayed.
Absolutely.
So if I'm gay, if I'm with another woman, if I'm with a man, it still shouldn't be displayed.
Right.
That's my personal business. So what little Roadhouse, whatever his name is, it shouldn't be displayed.
Yeah.
Why is the first thing we know about him his sexual preference?
Yes.
It doesn't mean that I'm against it, but it doesn't mean that that has to be the first thing that we see.
I got you. And to also speak on that, I personally feel like social media and the rap, like everything is it's really like pushing a agenda on, this next generation. It's like in a sense it's
Say it again.
so like the social media, the rap and everything like that, entertainment is like pushing an agenda on, this next generation, and it's kind of like becoming a norm to be, a part of the LGBTQ community. And it's kind of scary. Well, first off, no offense to none of y'all, but it's like it's just kind of scary. You feel me? Because like I don't want my little brothers to grow up to grow up and be like, hey, I'm 7, I'm in elementary, but I like boys. You feel me? Like that's kind of like, nigga.
But if that's what they see,
that's what they call.
That's what they know.
Right.
Children learn what they live.
Right.
So if all they see is men displaying very feminine behaviors,
Right.
they're going to pick up on that, and they're going to think, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. When we were coming up, if your father got up in the morning and put on a watch and a suit and tie, then you kind of grew up thinking, okay, I got to get a suit and tie. I have to get a watch. But if you grow up and your father's putting on lipstick and a dress, then you're going to think that is the norm.
Right.
Because that's what you see. That is what's in your household. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with anybody choosing to be whatever it is they want to be. But I do think, and I feel that they target young black men the most. That's why, most young black men are in jail. And the ones that aren't being productive, as productive as they could be.
Okay.
and it is an agenda. So you all have to pick and choose what you want to be, how you want to be, even with your podcast. And we talked about that before. Some of the topics that you all talk about, people are listening. People are looking at you guys. So you are also part of the influence. So if you want to invoke change, you have to be part of that change. There are podcasts and things that can be funny and but still informative. And do something to uplift young black men.
Gotcha.